Hello everybody, so today we're just going to quickly go over how to Shatterskate, Wellskate and Strandskate. Titan's not included because the Titan skating requires you to use your super, which actually uses your super, so you can only do it once. While on Hunter and Warlock, assuming you do it correctly, you can keep going infinitely. We don't waste any time, so we're going to get straight into it, starting with Stasis Hunter. So on Stasis Hunter, all you need is, of course, a sword with Eager Edge. Eager Edge is the core of skating. Then you also need the Shatter dive aspect, which allows you to do this sort of air dive. It doesn't use your class ability at all. It's a freebie, basically. There is a short internal cooldown, but it doesn't matter really that much at all. So what you're going to do is you're going to get your Eager Edge sword out. You're going to use the heavy attack, then jump, and then do the air dive. Now, it needs to be in that order, but you also need to do it in quick succession, because if you don't, it'll probably look something like this, where you use your sword and then it just dives down, but it doesn't launch you. If you do it quickly enough, though, in the right order, it should look something like this, where you get launched across the map. People use this in speedruns a lot of the time. I don't speedrun, but I use it from time to time in like traversal sections in raids or dungeons, just to make it go a little bit quicker. Also, something I forgot to say is that you need to be on a ledge. You can't be on the floor and do it. It just doesn't work that way. It's because when you're on the floor, you can't use the air dive. The air dive is what makes it work. Also, just a quick tip, if you swap off your sword mid Shatterskate, you actually go further because the momentum is preserved. So let's have a look here, and I'm swapping off. We're going to do it from up here. It is a little bit hard to tell, I'll be honest. You don't have to do it. In most cases, you don't need to swap off your sword to preserve momentum, because in most cases, you're not actually going that far. We're next going to go over Strandskating on Strand Hunter, which requires the ensnaring slam aspect, which is a real ability. So if you mess it up, you will lose your class ability and you'll have to get it again before reattempting. So the trick to this is that you can't be on a ledge, you have to be on a slope like this. So the inputs are the exact same. So you use the Eager Edge heavy, you jump, and you use your dive. And you go very far. So let's do it again. There's a few times where it feels like you're on a ledge and you can actually use it, but in most cases you're just sort of on like a weird slope. Let's kill these because our ego will track to them. Okay. And we're done, and we're dead. So that's Strandskating. It's really simple, but if you do mess it up, you will lose your class ability. I'll show you an example of me messing it up now by doing it on this ledge. Because like I said, you can't do it on a ledge, it'll just use your ability. Let me kill this guy again on that one. You see, I used my sword, but it just dived, so I've not got a class ability anymore. I have to get it back, which is why I've got Radiant Dance Machines on at the moment, just so I can quickly show you. I did it wrong again then. Then I'm dead. Now to Warlock Skate, which uses the Solar subclass and Well of Radiance, so Wellskating. The inputs are pretty much the exact same, but instead of using an aspect to do the skating, you're using your super. So there is a higher penalty if you do mess it up. So with Wellskating, the inputs are the exact same. So you're going to use a sword, jump, and then super. I'll do it again. We're going to get our sword, jump, and super. The timing is forgiving, but it also does feel a little strict. See, like here, I've just messed it up. Also, you don't have to be amazing at the game to be able to do this. So again, we need to use a sword, jump, and then super. Again, sword, jump, super. And again, sword, jump, super. As you saw, I just messed it up, and that's okay because nobody is perfect. So skating is really accessible because if you're on Warlock, all you need is an Eager Edge sword with Well of Radiance. If you're on a Hunter, you need an Eager Edge sword with either the Ensnaring Slam aspect from Strand Hunter or the Shatter Dive aspect on Stasis Hunter. And the inputs are the exact same for Warlock and Hunter. Now, something just to be aware of is that you can use the light or heavy attack on any sword with eager edge, but the heavy attack will go longer. The only exception to the rule is with a waveframe sword like Synaxia, because you cannot use the heavy attack to do any sort of skating, as it doesn't give you any momentum when you use the heavy attack, which is that like wave attack. I'll show you an example just so you can see what it does. I'm sword, and all I do is use my super. So yeah, you can't use the heavy attack on a waveframe to do the skating at all, it just doesn't work. You can use the light attack, that is okay, but it won't go as far. And really, that's all there is to it. You can do this on controller, you just might have to change around some of your settings, as I believe on controller you have to double tap a key to use your super. To skate, you'd have to swap that to a single input, so you'd probably have to swap around buttons, but it is doable and people have done it. With that, I'm going to end the video, so thank you for watching, have a great day.